How are we doing, guys? We are back again. It's Man City 1, Stuart Dallas, and Leeds United 2. Leeds United have won at the Etihad. We're joined once again by Chris and Phil. And yeah, we're going to go through the player ratings as we always do. And yeah, let's get straight into it then. Let's talk about Mr. Ezgjan Meslier. I thought he made a couple of key saves at key times. Brave goalkeeping as well. When you have, who was it who stood in his hand again? Was it Sterling? Sterling, who should have been sent off before that. You know, I thought he was absolutely solid as a rock. As always, Meslier. Distribution was good. Joe Wayman, what are you saying on Mr. Ezgjan Meslier?
Again, I thought distribution was good. There was times when he stopped pinging it out to the wings and went route one kind of vibe, you know, and that's good to see that variation. And like you say, the goalkeeping was great. I think he made a couple of saves and then was straight back up like a cat, bam, straight on, putting himself in harm's way. You know, I don't think he can do much with the goal either. It's a great City move in my opinion and a good finish by Torres, but. Yeah, for me, I'm going to go 8.
Okay. Phil, what are you saying on Meslier?
I thought we were going a bit higher on everybody. I've gone a bit rogue. I might have to readjust now.
It's fine, mate. I've gone 9. What have you got?
Okay, I'll level down. I'd gone 9.5. I thought he was really good. The goal, I'm not really counting against him because, like I said before, the pitch betrayed him. He slips just before Torres shoots. And I think if he doesn't slip, we've seen him make that save 1,000 times. I think he probably saves it. It was good build-up, and I'm still standing by. I think it's offside in the build-up, and they've not looked at it. Twitter's backing me up, so I'm taking that. Twitter's where you get your gratification these days.
Yeah.
No, I thought he was... When it came to crosses earlier in the season, you were saying last night, Joe, I was watching. I was meant to be working, but I was watching. He was coming for crosses. He was punching him away. He never caught anything, and I thought he caught everything today. Absolutely fantastic. And if we keep a clean sheet, it's a 10. So I went 9 point, but I'll go 9 for Oscar's sake. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Chris, what are you saying on Meslier? I mean, I think Phil's been a little bit harsh when he says if we kept a clean sheet, it'd have been a 10. I think you can't have that goal. You can't put that against Meslier, surely.
Nah, I don't put it against him, dear. But yeah, I've got 9 as well. I thought he was class today. His distribution, probably more so first half when we were trying to obviously look to do more going forward, was quality. Some great that double save. Well, it's not a double save, is it? He saved it and then got up quickly and pulled it away from Sterling's foot. His quality, mate. 9. I just think he's very quickly becoming very consistent at a very high level. So yeah, 9 for me, mate.
9. Okay, so we've got 3 9s and an 8. Let's just have a quick look at our fantastic YouTube members poll. Thanks so much for your support, guys. Well, mostly 8s, just about mostly 8s. Quite a lot of 7s given there. Quite a lot of 7s.
Really?
It is mostly 8s, but I think we can still go 9. We've got majority. Joe. Yeah, let's go 9. Oh, okay. Joe, what you saying? What you saying, man?
Man of the people, just saying.
You're just enjoying this smug day for you, aren't you?
100%, man. He's great. Someone's just said to me on Twitter. Because I've celebrated the fact I got it right, and he went, "Oh, come on! You say we'll win every week, so you're going to get one of them right." And but let me have my moment, will you? Come on.
To be fair, Joe, I'm going to back you up, mate. That's a salty comment from someone, that innit?
Yeah. I'm glad you read my comment, though, mate. That's all I'm saying. I'm glad you read my comment, Joe. That's all I'm saying. Right, we'll go 9s. We'll go 9s on Meslier. Just about. Yeah, we can agree on that. I think. Ayling, let's go Luke Ayling. I thought just solid. That's all I'm going to say. He was just solid. He had to defend a couple of times against Sterling. Maybe Sterling got the better once or twice first half, but second half, I thought he pocketed him, to be honest. I thought against Foden as well. What did Foden do after he came on when he went onto that left-hand side? Absolutely nout. What are you saying, Phil? I'm going 8 on Ayling.
Again, I've been caught off guard here. I just started handing out 9s and 10s.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I just thought, you know what, get on the hype. Like, why not? But sod it, I'll step down to my normal. Yeah, I thought the back four, I don't think Ayling was our most impressive of those defenders or even the ones that came on. I thought at times he wasn't perfect, but who cares? We've had a great, solid defensive display against this team. And I originally went 9. I'm happy to step down to an 8 now, though.
Oscar's just sacked it.
Oscar's just not presenting anymore. He's leaving that to you, Joe.
My apologies there, guys. My apologies. Yeah. Sorry, just had someone knocking on the door. I just had to sort that out anyway. Had to sort that out. Anyway, what were we saying, Ayling, then?
We've moved on to Alioski now.
Alioski.
No, for me, guys, I think it's mad because I've gone 7 for Ayling. I don't think he was amazing. He was just solid.
Yeah.
And I think, I agree with what Phil said out of the back four. He was the lesser of that. So 7 for Ayling for me. Still great performance, but 7.
And what are you saying, Chris?
Yeah, don't disagree. I've gone 7 as well. He was one of his better defensive performances of recent games, to be honest with you. Obviously, he couldn't do too much going forward because we weren't breaking out, especially once Coops had been sent off. But 7's a good score, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's just a decent, solid defensive performance from Bill, and that's what we wanted to get today, and we got it. Yeah, 7.
Okay. So we've got 3 7s and 1 8. That's it. Is that right?
Yeah.
3 7s, 1 8. Let's just have a quick look at YouTube agrees. 7 out of 10. 45% have gone 7s. 40% have gone 6s, and 10% have gone 8 or more. So let's go 7 out of 10 on Luke Ayling. Next player, Diego Llorente. Absolute beast today. Absolute rock. Gabriel Jesus is still in his pocket now. I still don't think Gabriel Jesus has got out there. He got out once in the game, Gabriel Jesus, to get Lynn Cooper sent off. But Diego Llorente didn't care. He called it on, Diego Llorente. He said, bring it on. Bring your Gunderhands on. Bring your Bernardo Silvas on, your Phil Fodens. They're not getting past me today, and they didn't. 9 out of 10 for me. I'm going for Diego Llorente. What are you saying, Chris?
Yeah, I went 9 as well. He was, for the first 25, 30 minutes, he was my man of the match. I thought he was absolutely superb at centre-back there. He's so calm. He's just so calm in everything he does. Remember when, because he's he's been in and out of injuries, and I was like, he's probably our 4th choice centre-back. Do you know what I mean? Behind Coops and Pascal. I think he's our 1st choice now. I think he's the first centre-back out the 4 whose name goes on the team sheet. I think he's absolute quality. We were questioning the signing at one point, going, "Oh my God, what have we bought?"
Yeah,
props to Water again, man. He's absolutely pulled one out of the bag with that signing. Yeah, 9 out of 10. I could have even stretched to a 10, to be fair, for Llorente, but I didn't want to give 7 or 8 players 10 out of 10, so I've gone with a 9.
Phil, what are you saying on Llorente?
I agree with both of you. I'll start with that. If you remember rightly, a long time ago, I think it was Chelsea or whichever game he started and actually played his first full 90, I said to you guys, I'm reserving judgment and I'm not sold on him and blah, blah, blah. I'm happy to make my judgment now, not just off the back of this one game, but off the back of, like Chris would normally say, a string of consistent performances. And I mean, we didn't see what we normally praise Llorente for today, which was that pass between the lines, but his defending today, I don't think they deserve the goal they've got. I've made that clear already. I thought we were as solid as a defensive unit. I thought when Cooper goes off, we need a leader. I thought he led from the back. I thought he led as the team in general. I thought Kalvin did that too, but I'm happy to make a judgment on Llorente now. I think there's a reason Robin Koch, since he's been fit, hasn't come back into the side. They're both competing for that right centre-back position. And at this moment in time, I think you'd struggle to make an argument for a lot of centre-backs in this Premier League to actually go in that team ahead of Llorente. I think he's been so good for such a long string of games now. We were worried that he was made of glass and that he was going to break and that he was going to get injured left, right and centre. And since that last injury, he's come back and he's been so consistent. And not just going forward now, everything people have said to us about how, he's good going forward, but can he actually defend? I've raised concerns on here about him at corners giving away a penalty or tugging shirts. That's not happening now. I thought today he was fantastic, so I've gone 9 too.
Okay, and Mr. Wayman?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just deep in. No. I'm deep in Twitter, and you know the square ball is so good, and the square ball are just retweeting pundits and tweets from people saying we'd be in a relegation scrap. We're poor. But even Cooper's getting in on the app retweeting.
Tweet, mate, is absolutely genius.
Cooper's just tweeted out, "We're a myth," all this sort of stuff. It's just brilliant to see. There's no better fan base than Leeds United when we're like this, and I'm just loving it.
Can you get off Twitter though, mate, and just
I know I was listening. Don't get me wrong, I am listening. Who are we on again? I'm only joking. Diego Llorente, yeah, I just want to give props as well because there's certain sections of the fan base, and I'm not digging anyone out, but people were giving him an hard time. I again with Chris said, is it a bit of waste of money? Should we gone for Gvardiol, all that sort of stuff? But I agree, he's our best centre back now. And people said, we'll see how he gets on against elite dribblers. Well, he showed you that today, and he was exceptional again today. Didn't put a foot wrong. The guy's just so calm. Even when you think he's got beat, he gets the right side again and nicks the ball away. He's exceptional. And you can see why he plays international football. And I remember Sociedad giving us a bit of stick, etc. But, I mean, there's a reason Bielsa wanted him at Lazio. There's a reason Bielsa's wanted him at other clubs. He obviously sees something in him. And the fact we've got him, and he's still got a good few seasons at the top yet. Do you know what I mean? So, what a buy. What a buy. I'm buzzing. And nine for Llorente.
Okay, so we've got 4 9s there, I think. 4 9s. I think YouTube definitely agrees as well. 70% have gone 9. So 9 out of 10, Mr. Diego Llorente. So next player, this is a hard one to rate now. Liam Cooper. Now, obviously, look, the red card's one thing, but he was absolutely sound before the red card. But obviously, you've got to take marks off for the red cards. Maybe 1 or 2.
Can I go on this?
He was decent.
Can I go?
Yeah, of course.
I've just got to, because what frustrates me again, right? I just want to say my piece. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Now, as I always caveat, and this is mine, right? People were giving him stick for getting sent off and blaming him for getting sent off. It's Cooper's fault, it's this, but then also saying it shouldn't have been a sending off. So that's not Cooper's fault.
No.
You can't 1 minute say it's all Cooper's fault, but then say it shouldn't have been sent off. I agree it was a sending off, right? But it wasn't so much that it was... Look, when you slow stuff down in today's game, it is reckless, right? But I think up until that point, he was great. And I'll give him a 7, yeah? I do believe the minutes that he played, he kept, had he gone on, it just been exceptional. It made a better game. But I thought he was 7. But I just want to say that because some people were having a go at him on the stream, yet we're also saying that he shouldn't have been sent off. So therefore, if he don't get sent off, people won't be having a go at him. Do you know what I mean? So,
no, exactly.
And I just want to say that for him because he gets so much stick and he shouldn't. Because he's solid, he's our captain, and he's Leeds, man. He gets it.
Okay. No, I agree. I think there's so much inconsistency of what, people like Twitter just want to jump onto Twitter and say, Cooper's done this again. Typical Cooper. You see things like that and you're thinking, right, just stop tweeting a minute. You can't just tweet and then say, it's not a red, and then tweet. I know what you mean. it's
thinking it because if the ref don't make the decision, then he's still on the pitch, and you're not saying it. You know what I mean? That's what I didn't get.
Crazy. I mean, Chris, what are you saying on Cooper?
Well, I've got to agree with Joe, mate, on the sentiment around people having a go at Cooper for one, because I'll tell you something. The same people who are digging him out for getting sent off would be digging him out if he doesn't make that challenge, and Jesus skips straight past him. So it's almost to the point that Coops can't win no matter what he does. For me, I can understand why it's given us a red, but I don't think it's a red. I think it's a yellow at worst. He gets the ball. His standing foot stays planted. The follow-through, yes, gets Jesus around the knee, but he can't make his foot disappear that's just gone through the ball. You can't just wave a magic wand and his right foot disappear. I understand why it was given. I don't think it is a red. Up to that point, I said it in the watch along. I think he was really solid. I agree with the 7 completely. He was well up there alongside Llorente, having a really good game until that point. The red card shouldn't. I don't look on it. I don't look on Coops badly for getting that red card. One, I think it's borderline. Is it red? And 2, I want him making that challenge. He's my centre back. I want him going in for those kind of balls. So yeah, 7 for me.
Sunday League, that's getting what a challenge, man. Hey, get in, but
Sunday League, you're winning the game after your centre back goes steaming in like that.
It's that psychological battle, isn't it? They're done then. The winger's done then. When you go in like that, he's not trying again.
To be fair, Oscar, what did we see of Jesus really after that challenge? What an awful lot. He was like, I'm having none of this.
Did a great job on him. I mean, Phil, what are you saying on Cooper?
I was tempted to go even higher, to be honest, and I think the guys have saved me my rant about people on Twitter just hammering him for the sake of hammering him. I think I like to take the red card out because, like I've said to you, I don't think it's a red card. In my opinion of what football should be, I wouldn't even give that a yellow. There was a challenge similar to that earlier in the season where he's absolutely nailed somebody, and then on Twitter after the game, he's posting a video of it himself saying, "Love a good old-fashioned tackle."
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And we all sit and congratulate him like, "That's my captain. That's our tackle. I'm proud of that." And then today, people want to take points off and just have something to have a go at him for. And for me, until he got sent off, I thought he was one of the best of the back four. I thought far better than Ayling, on par with Llorente. I just thought they would, like I was saying before, you saw times where Cooper was in midfield, Bamford was at centre-back, Llorente was right mid. The man marking was chaos. But they were working together like that. That has to be something that's worked on the training ground by an excellent manager, and that's backed up by an excellent captain, by an excellent leader. I know we've got a team full of leaders, I know that, but I think Cooper deserves so much more respect than he gets. And you spend all week leading up to match day. I don't even get involved anymore, but people on Twitter talking about our strike should start. No one's saying Pascal Struijk isn't perfect. He's a wonderful prospect for us for the future. But this is our captain who has represented us really well this season. Far better than any of us expected. He's put in what I think is a solid tackle, and he's got sent off for it. I don't agree with the decision, so I don't agree with marking him down for it. So I would have gone an 8, but I'm happy to go a 7. I'm easy either way.
So I'll go 7. I'm happy to go 7. So that's 3 7s and an 8. So let's just have a quick look at. I'm actually genuinely interested in what the
John says a Cooper. Just super chat from John. Cooper a 10 for me. That was class. Leeds.
I love that. Well, look, not too unexpectedly, because I didn't give people an option to go less than 7 because I thought.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah. I was going to say it's not drilling, it's me dog right there.
Oh, is that the fart from the last show?
No, he's snoring his head off, man.
Sounds like you got a gremlin behind you.
Oh, yeah. I was like, sorry, guys. I don't want to wake him.
The dog snoring. Well, yeah, majority's gone 7 anyway. 68% have gone 7s, so we can go 7 out of 10 on Liam Cooper. So let's look at Ezgjan Alioski. For Ezgjan Alioski, the pass, Pirlo-esque, the pass through them lines, in between Stones and Cancelo. The rest is history, as to say. He was absolutely sound today. I mean, he was absolutely sound. I'm happy to go 9. To be honest, on Alioski, I thought he was that good. Probably his best game of the season. What are you saying, Joe?
It's arguably his best game in a Leeds United shirt, mate.
Yeah, no, that as well.
I don't think I'm ever to a point. I was thinking about that. I don't think I'd ever be at a point where I'd be going Alioski 9. I thought he was that good. Like look, people going 7, 8. Look, he supplied the assist, and it was a fantastic ball, fantastic outside of the foot, perfectly. He dealt. There was a few times where he dived in, a few occasions. But other than that, I mean, we know as well as Leeds United fans how, I mean this with the best respect, how limited he is compared to some other players on the pitch. It's true though, right? And the fact that he played out of his skin, and I can't remember anything overly coming down his side, etc. You know, I thought he was fantastic. He's part of a team that have kept a clean sheet against the City side that are amazing, and he's laid on the killer assists that put the game beyond City. So for me, this will be first time and probably only time he gets a 9, man. He gets a 9. Well done, Gianni. Fair play, man.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know about you, Chris, but I think if someone threads that ball through, it was a bit more fashionable, like a Raphinha. I think even more on Twitter are saying, "Oh, look at that off Raphinha." Just think it's the fact it's Alioski. He's not quite getting the praise he deserves for that assist.
Do you know what, mate? I 100% agree with you. I think we've all resigned ourselves to the fact that Gianni's going now at the end of this season. Yeah. We're not going to get into where he may end up, but Gianni's going, and I am so pleased for him that he's had that performance today. I'd really like it now if he continues that level of form till the end of the season, and we can say goodbye on good terms for me, having watched a decent Alioski finish the Premier League season. I thought he was absolutely unbelievable today, winning headers. He's tracking across the box a couple of times and putting in tackles. He never really lost his man. I mean, I thought he was really good down that left. And that ball, like you say, off the left, outside of his left foot through for Dallas, weighted absolutely perfectly. Yeah. Absolutely perfectly, mate. It was just such a great thing to watch. And you got to think, that's in the 91st minute or whatever it was. The lads have been grafting. At one point, Alioski was our furthest man forward. The man is a bundle of energy. He was almost through. I think it was Raphinha almost put him through, and I think it might have been Fernandinho came back and cleared it away not long before the goal. I've given him a 9 today, and I could genuinely, again, if I was going to get a little bit overexcited, go knackers to it. I'll give him a 10 because I just thought it was brilliant today. But yeah, 9.
Anyone, sorry, Phil, anyone not. I'm just watching it over and watch that ball again. Watch it. It is inch perfect, man. Go on, sorry.
It couldn't be any other way, could it? Any harder, the keeper's coming out and clearing it. And any shorter, and Stones isn't getting beat for pace by Dallas over a shorter distance.
Exactly. Yeah. But if Bernardo Silva had done that, Match for the Day would be showing that pass again. I bet you Match for the Day, Sky, whatever, don't hardly show that assist. They hardly
you're right. If that was Silva, mate, Jermaine Genius or whoever tonight on Match of the Day, he'd be like, "Oh, going to have to go for an underpants change at one point." You know what I mean? If it was Silva or someone.
That's it. That's what annoys me a bit sometimes. But Phil, what was your general opinion of Gianni Alioski's performance today?
Yeah, I agree with you on the numbers, guys. I've gone 9. I'm going for more than just the assist, though, to be honest. I thought that assist could have happened 3 or 4 times in that second half. And first half in particular, I was saying on the last show, I've never seen Gianni Alioski winning headers in our area. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. It could have been 4 or 5 aerial duels he won in our area. That's just different to what I've ever seen from him. We know he's a Duracell bunny. We know that he'll run until the 95th minute and he won't stop. We know that. And when it got to the last 10, 15 minutes and playing with 10 men, you'd have thought we'd have got tired. They were probably thinking that. I thought we had the potential to counter them so much in that second half. And we saw it with Raphinha. He was through twice where he could have gone and got us a second goal at the time and then even a third goal. And that in the first half, I was sort of saying to my brother while we were watching the game, like, everything is going down our right-hand side. They don't seem to want to pass it out to the left. But weirdly enough, when we went down to 10, I didn't see anything go through our right side. It was all breaking on that left-hand side. It was a mixture of Tyler was involved. There was Alioski involved, Costa. I thought that left-hand side today was ridiculous. I thought we were so good in that area.
Better all season down that. Certainly defensively. No. I don't think we've been better this season.
That's what's so crazy against this opponent, and it's not just Manchester City. It's not just Pep Guardiola. It's those players. I know people will say, "Oh, they rested a lot," but they could put out a third string side and still beat pretty much any team in the world. They hammered us in terms of possession at times. They hammered us in terms of creating shots, but I didn't feel. I mean, I imagine every Leeds fan at points was watching through their fingers. Like I was sat like this at times, but I didn't feel like they were gonna do it. I didn't feel like they were penetrating the way that they usually do. It was we were limiting them to shots from distance, and I think Alioski was one of our best players today. So a 9 is fair. I'm gonna personally give him a 0 because the lady in the chat asking him to have babies is my missus, so he gets a 0 for that. But he gets a 9 in general.
I love that. That's just
every week.
No one knew about that. No one knew about that. I mean, let's just tell Joe that. I mean, just tell us for
I'm
Joe,
not
what
asking
you just
it
told us,
once.
Phil.
You don't have to embarrass me twice.
I love that. Where's she gone? Where's the comments gone?
She's
Is it Ellie?
She's in the room with me now. She's laughing her head off.
Is it Ellie, Phil? Is that...
Yeah, that's my missus.
Yeah. Love it.
Joe,
Joseph.
you're muted, mate.
Right, let's get some ratings in.
Is that your missus?
Yeah.
Oh,
Every
right.
week, mate. This is
I
why
did wonder. I did wonder.
Every week.
Brilliant.
Every week I'm coming on like, fuck Alioski. Don't like him. She goes
Brilliant.
to
Get
the
up there.
dentist as well, so she's well buzzing about that.
She's a what?
She goes to the same dentist as him, so she's happy as Larry. That you think she's going to bump into him in the waiting room one day?
I mean, I've heard of stretch claims to fame, Phil, but I use the same dentist as a real stretch, innit?
Well, we can hear you, mate. She knows.
Right, let's get a rating in. Let's get a rating on Johnny. We've gone 9s, but actually YouTube gone 48% have gone 8s, but let's just stick with 9.
Yeah, no.
We're going 9. We're overruling you.
Yeah.
We're overruling. Overruled again. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. So let's talk about KP. I actually thought KP, you got man the match off BT.
Yeah.
I could still go along with that. I thought KP was absolutely just mercurial today, what he did.
Love that. Mercurial. Love it.
You got word of the day toilet paper, Oscar?
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? That's a good word.
Nothing.
He was unreal today. He was unreal. 9 for me on KP. What are you saying, Joe?
I'm just having a look at the dictionary definition of mercurial.
Right, anyway, Chris, what are you going for?
Do you know what, mate? Kalvin gets one of my 2 10s today. I thought he was absolutely unreal today. And when Lucy Ward gave him man of the match before our second goal, I was like, that's an absolutely fair call. Is the amount of graft he did coming out, pressing, charging forward when he was our highest presser at times because we'd obviously lost Paddy up front. I just thought he was, and I think it was you, Phil, that said earlier that after Coops had gone off, it was almost like he got the virtual armband. He led that team today. We were talking about yesterday. Is KP a future captain? Is he that kind of material? I think we might have seen that this afternoon.
He's a leader, yeah, 100%.
Oh, he dragged that team through that at times.
Yeah.
I thought it was absolutely insane. I've given him a 10, mate, today. I thought it was class.
Did you think he was mercurial today?
Oh, mate, mercurial times, yeah, whatever, yeah.
Joe right now is like Susie Dent on Countdown. We
It's,
get the dictionary corner. Go on,
Are you
Joe.
ready? Are you ready? Having qualities of eloquence, ingenuity, or thievishness attributed to the god Mercury or to the influence of the planet Mercury. So he was in another world, in effect.
Another world, yeah.
Very, very well done,
yeah,
Joe.
he just was.
Thank you.
He was-
Thank you.
So what are you saying on Kalvin? Do you think he was mercurial as well, mate?
I won't go that far. No, he was good, man. He was good, wasn't he? I'm loath to give a 10. To be fair, I'm saving it for someone else. But he was 9. He was exceptional. Kalvin. Fernandinho was great for them as well, but Kalvin didn't miss a beat. Do you know what I mean? And this is the level that we're talking about. How good's Fernandinho? You know, a City fan. I did a thing with the City fan, and they were saying, you know, could Pep be looking at a Kalvin? You know, because Fernandinho does it on his own. KP does, man. You know, I know Declan Rice, and I do rate him, and he gets a lot of praise, but he's got the support of Souček. Kalvin does this shit on his own. You know what I mean? He's that good. He was exceptional again today. It's when he's not there, we're just a totally different side. I love him, man. I love him. But 9 for Kalvin. Very high 9, though. Very high 9.
Very high 9. Very high 9. Good. Phil, what are you saying on Mr. KP?
I'm with Chris Kelly, mate. I'm handing out a 10. I thought there was my missus has obviously just put in the chat as well. He had a moment with the referee. Did you see what he said to the referee? He didn't get a bucket or anything. He called him allowed to say the C word. He called him a shit.
No, don't say it.
He called him an SHIT. See you next Tuesday. Just like to his face, didn't get a yellow or anything. But to be fair, he'd been getting booted all game. Never got a free kick. I don't know what the referee's problem was, Kalvin Phillips, but there was a problem. No, he had like a 60-second moment where he chased down one person, tackled them, but couldn't keep the ball. Chased down someone else, tackled them, couldn't keep the ball. I think he tackled 4 or 5 players in the space of 30 seconds, and then finally got the ball back and sent Dallas through. And I was just like, people that don't want to see him in an England shirt, why? Give me a reason that isn't because he plays for Leeds, he's not in a top 6 club. Give me a reason as to why he cannot do that job. Jordan Henderson, fantastic, won the league last year, won a Champions League the year before. I get that. I'm not disregarding him. There's a chance he's not fit for the Euros. But Kalvin Phillips is, quality-wise, possibly our best player. Maybe beyond Raphinha with quality. I mean, like he's genuinely fantastic, and he's one of our own. Like Tottenham had their song about Harry Kane. We can have that song. We've got our own. And if he is to go on and take that captaincy off Cooper, we've seen qualities from him today that he can lead this team. We've seen qualities from him that he can do stuff like we all thought that he was just a defensive midfielder, a destroyer. He'd cover the wings, he'd enter, he'd like in the England games and in this game and in recent games, we've seen him winning the ball back. Obviously, I know it's man marking, but he's winning the ball back in the opposition's final third and creating goal-scoring opportunities. He could have had a goal against Sheffield United because he nicked one off Lundstrom and nearly scored. He had a couple today where he's nicked it off them in a very attacking position and created something. He's not just a defensive midfielder. He's not just our boy. He's absolutely fantastic going back and going forward. So I think a 10 is fair.
Okay. Well, we've got 2 9s and 2 10s. I've just looked at our YouTube poll. Majority's gone 9 now. Majority has gone 9. 78% gone 9. So we're kind of in the middle, but we'll go to a 9 out of 10. We'll reserve that 10 for a very special person. I'm sure we can get a 10. A very special person in our life. Let's go on to the midfield. Let's move further up the pitch. Raphinha. Now, look, that chance he had that we thought was the chance, we thought, when he was going through on goal against Ederson, and Ederson did really well. I thought he was such a threat on the counter throughout the game. He was carrying the ball. I thought he gave Mendy nightmares, Zinchenko nightmares. I thought he was brilliant again, Raphinha today. I'll go 8, maybe not quite the shining light today. Maybe 8's a little bit generous, but I'm going to go 8 because we won the game and I'm in a generous mood. What are you saying, Chris?
Firstly, score-wise, I've gone 8 as well, mate. I agree. We know Rafa's a constant danger. He likes that break. He's quick. He's got that touch of skill. Should have scored, but hey-ho. But it's the stuff he does without the ball that really impresses me and really impressed me today. At some points, he was our deepest player, like tracking into the corner, not giving their left-hand-sided players any room, helping Ayling, covering Ayling. He's a flair Brazilian winger, and Bielsa's got him tracking back and playing second right back at times.
Yeah.
That you don't get many of them out there in world football, and we've got one. And so he's getting an 8 off.
Imagine Neymar doing that.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. You don't get it there. And Rafa is going to be a Brazilian international. He will get matched for Brazil, and he's put in the graft in. So he gets an 8 for his off-the-ball performance today. As much as he's always a threat, off the ball, I thought it was unreal today. Absolute class.
Phil, what are you saying on Raphinha?
I was tempted to go lower, I've gone with a number that I won't mention because it has a 0.5 in it, but I'm happy to be brought up to 8 if needs be because of the things that you two have said. I just think when it comes to Raphinha, in the final third or even in their half, he's got a creative pass in him that can create a goal-scoring opportunity. It can create a goal. He's got a through ball that nobody else in our team has. But when we're under pressure in our own half, and I even said this before Cooper got sent off and we went down to 10, I feel like there's times where he goes for that creative pass in our defensive third and he puts us in trouble. And at times today, I thought if we were going to drop points, I thought it was going to be because he was giving the ball away for needless things that he doesn't need to do. And I love him being the flair player that he is. And I love him because of he gets me off my seat every game at least once or twice. But there was a couple of times where I was just like, you're going to be the problem today because you're not You're not being controlled when you're on the ball. You're giving away possession to a very dangerous attacking unit when we don't need that. Once we go down to 10 men, that argument becomes redundant. So I'll take it back. But in the first half, he did bother me on the ball in our half. So I went 7.5, but I'm happy to go up to 8 if needs be.
Okay. We'll go 8. We'll go 8 because we're not going to get into that debate. We're not getting into that debate now, mate. We're not getting into that.
No, we saved that for Dallas, yeah?
Just don't do it, mate. Don't do it. Joe, mate. I thought Raphinha had created the chance of the whole game early doors for Bamford. Yeah. There's that one that went behind him. But then it turns out it wasn't. We had many more chances. But what are you saying on Raphinha?
Oh, for fuck's sake, Phil.
I'm going guessing.
Dog's been sick.
I was going to go the other end. To be fair, I was going to go.
No.
It did sound like he was farting.
I knew it was something big.
I was going to go 7.
Okay.
You know, because I'm going
back down.
I don't. He was good, and I just think we expect better, especially from that chance. I think his touch let him down, which meant it was too close to Edison, and he tried to take it round him. Maybe he should have tried dinking it or having a shot just before that. But he was always an attacking outlet, and I think, do you know what it is? It's because I hold him in such high regard that I sort of bring him down, because if I think of the person on the opposite wing, I'm probably going higher because it's not something I'm used to seeing from him. So in that respect, I'm probably being overly harsh. So I'm happy to give him an 8.
Okay. I just seen a couple of comments. Anyway, some weird comments coming in about Billy there. Billy's
he's licked it back up.
No, mate, don't. Some people will be eating watching this. And you just...
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Just nip off while I sort this out.
I thought you were going to bring your camera down and say, look.
No.
Right, let's get some numbers on Raphinha. I think we've got. Were you going to go 7 when you're there, Phil? Were you going to drop that down?
I mean, like I said, I thought when it came to giving the ball away and being the person that could have potentially given us a worse result than we obviously ended up with, it would have been him. And then, like I said before, I thought going forward, especially when we went down to 10, it was all on the left-hand side. I don't think he was that out ball that I wanted him to be when we went down to 10. And the 2 times that he did get through, obviously one of them he gets hacked down by Fernandinho, which I think is a red. Yeah. But the one where he's in one-on-one with Edison, like, I expect so much better. I mean, if that's Jack Harrison, we all go, oh, well, it's Jack Harrison. He can't make a decision to save his life. But if it's Raphinha, you just go, really? Surely just dink him or shoot. If he saves a shot, that's fine. But don't get
good keeping now. You've got to get great.
Yeah, it's good goalkeeping, really, but we're talking about Raphinha. What Raphinha does in that situation for me isn't good enough for what we, like Joe was saying before, what we expect from him. And we expect him to dink him now. We expect him to score, or we at least expect him to get a shot away. He didn't look like he was trying to dance around the keeper. He didn't look like he was trying to shoot. He just looked like he had a shit touch.
Okay, fair enough. So let's get the numbers in. So we've got loads, mostly 7s there for Raphinha. Let's just have a little look at the... well, actually, YouTube's gone 9. So
I don't think he's a 9.
Can we compromise on 8?
I went 8, man of the people.
Let's compromise on 8. Right, let's move on.
Have we flashed up this super chat?
What a legend.
No,
40 quid to tell us we're crap. What a legend.
I don't think it is. I don't know what pound sign that is, but it's not.
Is it not 40 quid?
No, it's 40 something, but I don't know. But thank you, Kilab Hussein, who says you lot are still crap. That's fine, mate. You'll get yours in a couple of weeks' time.
Well, that's flashed up. GGMU, we know what it stands for, is the worst chant, quote, hashtag, whatever you want to call it, in the world. Go, Man U. Shut up.
I didn't even know what it is. Is it Glory, is it?
Yeah, I
Or...
thought it was Glory, Man
It might be
United.
glory. It's still
Still shocking, innit? Still shocking. Still shocking. Sliders off. If you hate Man U, sliders off. But yeah, thank you for your super chat just to tell us that information. Yeah, there you go.
Right, let's go on to Stuart Dallas. Because I think we just want to talk about Stuart Dallas. I'll keep it nice and simple. I'm a simple person in life. I've gone a 10 out of 10 for Stuart Dallas, and I don't need to explain why. Joe, what are you saying for Stuart Dallas?
10s, bro. That's it. He is just everything that a Leeds player should be. I love him.
I can't disagree. Phil, what are you saying?
10.5, mate.
You can go 11. You can go 11 if you want. I'd prefer 11 to 10.5.
10.5, mate.
Right, we're not getting anywhere there then. Chris, what are you saying for
mate,
Dallas?
I'm going 11, and I don't care that it's hard because I just taking into consideration we were down to 10 men.
Yeah.
Taking into consideration it was Man City, and I don't care if it's a slightly weaker Man City. This is a Man City who can throw money at a massive squad. Taking into consideration that we had 2 shots on goal. And taking into consideration that both those shots on goal were Stuart Dallas and both of them went in. Yeah. And the second one, I'm just fingers crossed he's called Megnuts as he's done it because that's legendary.
Someone's clipped it up, on square ball as it goes through and it goes, Megnuts.
I reckon they've heard us say it and then they've gone and done it.
I thought that when I seen it, I thought, damn, we should have done that.
Yeah. But today, mate, even without the goals, he was class today. His work rate, as it always is with Stuart Dallas, was absolutely 100% quality. He's nailed himself on for player of the season with today, without a shadow of a doubt. 2 great finishes. And we'll give a bit more props to Paddy, who had quite a quiet game for while he was on, but his layoff to Dallas for the first one was inch perfect. Yeah. He didn't have to try.
Have you seen the XG for this game, guys? Our XG?
No.
0.1. Wow. That's got to be the lowest in Bielsa's time at Leeds, surely. And we've still got him bloody won.
Yeah.
His was 2.41.
Yeah, I'm giving 11 today for Stewie. He was that good. I love him a bit. Yeah, you know what I mean? Born in Beeston, top man.
So around 3 10s and an 11. Let's just have a little look at
No. There wasn't 3 10s, Oscar.
I had 10.
You missed the 0.5 off, mate. There was a 10.5.
So 3 10s, 3 10s, 11. And this has got to be the biggest one we've had so far on the YouTube poll. 92% have gone 6. No, they've not. They've gone 10. 92% have gone 10 out of 10.
Has anyone gone lower than a
9? Let's have a look. 1% have gone 8.
Wow.
Yeah, 1%'s a Man City fan or something, aren't they?
Yeah. People that don't like Liam Cooper, clearly.
No, because it's all Leeds TV members. So it's an all Leeds TV member.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
I never knew Rodrigo was an All Leeds TV member. Anyway, 10 out of 10 for Stewie Dallas. We can agree on that. Let's talk about Tyler. I'm going to talk about the negatives first, because I thought in the first half he did get the ball away a couple of times in bad areas, and Fernandinho skipped past him a few too many times for my liking.
Yeah.
But second half, he was a warrior. He was there to be seen. And I just thought he recovered really well. So I'm gonna go 7 because I thought his start of the game wasn't very good. I'm gonna go 7. Might be harsh, but I'm gonna go 7. I'm gonna go for it. What are you saying, Chris?
I've given Tyler an 8.
Okay.
I thought
turn up for books.
Do you know what? And I'm going to defend him from what you just said, Oscar. Around, he did give a ball away potentially a couple of times. He did get skipped past. This is Man City. That's Fernandinho. You know what I mean? He's going to get better of most players a couple of times.
It was the fact Tyler stops, though. I think Joe that annoyed me a bit.
I agree with you, mate. And there was one point he gave a silly free kick away as well, which I think created a chance for them. But he was better than your average Tyler Roberts today, which is, again, I think if we're talking what we expect from players, I got everything I expect and maybe a little bit more at times today for Tyler. So that's why I've given him an 8. I thought he did his job. And when we went down to 10, he was back, he was defending. And early doors, actually, it looked like Paddy was almost playing as the 10 and Tyler was him doing the pressing. There was definitely switching of position.
Sorry.
I love him. It's just
all right.
Why?
Yeah, man. He's breathing in because he's a Frenchie, man. It's like he's always doing it.
He's breathing. He's like he's scaring me out there. Like
He's staring us out.
I'm like Dr. Evil, man.
He's thinking, give him a 0.5, Chris.
Yeah.
Give him a 0.5.
Honestly, if we hadn't named him Billy and we were able to rename him, he would be getting called Stewie D, to be fair.
Yeah. I think, because I've been so rough on Tyler at times, I've given him an 8 today because I think he did everything I expect him to do and a little bit more today. So props
Question,
to Tyler
Chris.
Roberts.
Question, Chris.
Answer the question, Chris.
I'm still in the send him on loan bracket where I've been before, and then I was like, yeah, bloody sell him. I still think a loan is the best option for Tyler when I'm not ranting about him being turbo shit and sell him his crap. And I wouldn't change that. I'd still, but it depends who we bring in as well. If we bring in a couple of bits of quality, then I'll still say send him on loan for a season. But no, we shouldn't sell him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, good. And listen, when emotions are high, people may it's football, isn't it? It is football. As for me, I am going an 8. I thought he was great today. I do believe, like you said, there was a few times where, like, there was one situation he ran to Fernandinho. Fernandinho got to Cooper and then he just stopped. And then Fernandinho actually got round Cooper. And I'm thinking if Roberts would have kept on with his run, he'd have actually got back to defend. But I think he was good today, though. He did some good stuff with the ball, kept on to it, etc. So 8.
Okay, Phil.
I'm mostly in agreement with everything everybody said, to be honest. I think I would like to make a little bit of an argument for him to be tiny bit higher, to be honest. I definitely wouldn't be going 7. I'd be going 8. I think there's an argument for him to be higher than an 8, but I'm happy to be kept down to 8 and not say those words. I just think for the amount of when we're talking about players, it's about what we expect from them as well as with their general performance, like we were talking about with Raphinha. And with Roberts, I would now argue that, Chris, you said maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago you wanted to see him put a run together of consistent performances. I would argue he's been our most consistent performer over the last 5 games, maybe longer now. I think he has put that run together. I think he's gone from being the person that we expect a 6 from, Max, to being someone that I personally expect a 7 from now every game. And every game he's doing more than what I expected he would do. And I'm expecting that 7. So I think
sorry,
go.
Just to say on what, like, we've been asking for that run of form. Up with Llorente, probably.
Yeah.
He's up there.
He's not on his own there, yeah.
Yeah. Fair one.
I would say there was points today. I mean, obviously, Kalvin and Dallas are going to get the 10s and the 10.5. But the people that I was most impressed by today were the people that we thought we didn't expect this performance from. So you're Alioski. A few weeks ago, now we do expect Llorente. But there's a group of them for me. There's Alioski, Costa, Tyler Roberts, and Diego Llorente. A month ago, 2 months ago, we all sat here, hands are held up. We hammered them at times. We said, maybe some of them aren't good enough. Some of them aren't consistent enough. Some of them aren't fit enough. They were a group of players today that stood up above players like Luke Ayling, who I thought was our leader a few weeks and months ago. He was fantastic. Ayling was great today. He was involved and he was part of a defensive effort to keep out a strong City side. But for me, players like Tyler and Alioski and Costa and Llorente, we didn't expect this from them. They came and they gave as good as they got against arguably the best team in Europe, the best team in the world, and we've got the result because they have done that. We didn't have comparison.
Let's move on to Costa, because I think we can agree on Roberts being an 8. Let's move on to Costa, though, while you lead into him there, because, I mean, Phil, I'll start off with you, Phil, mate, on Costa.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of work rate, I've not seen that level. I mean, Costa's improved it as he's first turned up to Leeds. It's gradually improved, but today he was working hard than Raphinha probably at times. He was like a second left back, and he supported Alioski brilliantly. What were your thoughts on Costa today in terms of numbers?
I'm saying 9 minimum, to be honest. I can't accept a 7. I'm sorry. Like, a 6. Like, what game are you watching? Especially for what you expect from Helder Costa. We sit here week after week and we go, nah, he's nowhere near as good as Jackie. He shouldn't be starting. Agreed, he's only started this game because Jackie's ineligible because obviously he's from City. Helder Costa ran his legs off today. He was the outball more than Raphinha for a vast majority of this game. He ran at people. He took people on, didn't lose it. He didn't run into corners all the time. He put his shift in defensively. At times, you saw Raphinha doing the same thing on the right-hand side and getting absolutely no luck 8 times out of 10. But people will look at Raphinha on this poll, give him a 9 for running into a cul-de-sac 8 times out of 10 and getting through twice. Helder Costa will do exactly the same thing on the left-hand side and people will give him a 6. It's not right. It's not fair judgment of these two players. Helder Costa did far more in this game for us today than Raphinha did. It's not even an argument for me.
I'll just go on to Chris. I mean, do you agree with that, Chris, in terms of Costa maybe not getting the same level of love as Raphinha for doing the similar things?
Yeah, 100% agree with Phil. I've given him a 9 as well. I thought he was absolutely superb today. He was definitely the first outball, more than Raphinha. I think we just probably notice it more when the ball goes to Raphinha because everyone's excited about Raphinha. Yeah. So we're like, oh, Rafa's got the ball. Costa today was absolutely superb. He never stopped running. He was all around Alioski all the time. We've mentioned before on this thing, you know what I mean? Alioski looks more exposed when Harrison isn't there with him. Today he didn't. Costa did that job. And I've been one again. I've run Costa out in the past, but I've run Costa out because I thought he's been he's not been good enough or he's not good enough for this squad. Today, more than good enough. He was superb today. Behind the couple who were like KP, Llorente and Dallas for me, who were the real standouts today. Costa's the next one in line for me. I thought he was absolutely superb today. And I hope this gives him confidence for the rest of the season because there is a player in there. Class today, 9.
Joe, what are you saying, Matt? I'm going to go 8. I'm going to go a little bit lower.
Yeah, I mean,
Chris has said, but I'm going to go 8.
I went 7 Raphinha and 8 Costa, so I do think Costa was the better of the two. I agree with the lads. I think it was nice to see just his overall work rate over the full 90 minutes. He's always been an outball. He was always an outball. We won a late on when we were under the cosh, although it was short-lived. We won a throw in the top corner due to him winning a free kick. And yeah, he was really good today, and I was really impressed with Costa. And like Chris has said, I hope it just gives him confidence for the rest of the season because I was a little bit concerned that he was going to be coming in. You never know with Bielsa. He probably might keep it same for Liverpool just because of his decent performance, to be honest. We'll wait and see, but I do think he was the better of the two wingers, and for that I'll go 8.
Okay. Well, let's just have a quick look at the YouTube poll. I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. YouTube poll said 8 overall, so I think we can agree on an 8 out of 10 overall. 47% have gone 8, 13% have gone 9. Let's just talk briefly about Patrick Bamford, because obviously he came off before half-time, not through any fault of his own, just to come on for Pascal Struijk. I thought he was very quiet, but he did make a very, very telling contribution for another assist, by the way, a 7th assist of the season. I don't know, I think other than Kane, I don't think any other centre-forward is anywhere near those kind of numbers in terms of playmaking. Crucial assist. I think that's got to be worth at least a 6 or 7 for me, to be fair, Phil.
Mate, I think at the time, maybe I'm going to step back now because I've been proved wrong. I thought it was the wrong change. I didn't think it was the right thing to do to bring Bamford off. I thought
it was surprising.
I thought he would have gone the obvious one, take Alioski off, Dallas left back, and Roberts is still there in midfield. Bamford can stay up front. So I was a bit confused. He's been hard done by to come off, and it's obviously not his fault. It's not Bielsa's fault. I still don't even think it's Cooper's fault. It's the ref's fault. But while he was on the pitch, he did a good job. He did the job that was asked for him. He got an assist, and that's something that counts towards what I've given him. I've gone 8. Maybe I'm being overly positive for everybody today, but I thought while he was on the you've got to average out when we're talking about Kalvin and Dallas. This is judging their 95 whatever it was minutes performance. Patrick Bamford was on the pitch for less than the first 45 completely, but while he was on, I don't see really what you can mark him down on. I said to you earlier, guys, like there was times where I saw him at centre back. There was times where I saw him at left mid. Like there was him and Tyler when they were on the pitch together. They complemented each other so well. We've spoken for weeks about this diamond at the back that we've got with the goalkeeper, Kalvin, and the two centre-backs. We're now starting to see Tyler Roberts, Patrick Bamford, and Dallas as another little triangle ahead of that diamond, which is just complementing everything we have been doing in our system this entire season, and people saying that you'll run out of steam or it's not sustainable. This is something now where we can go, right, well, that four's something no one's criticising. This three's something no one's criticising. Where are you going to criticise us? It's another area of the team that we've built on. Patrick Bamford, for me, is one of the best strikers in the Premier League now, and it's a fact.
21 goal contributions now.
More than Kevin De Bruyne, that. Just saying.
What was that, sorry, mate?
That's more than Kevin De Bruyne in goals and assists together.
More than Gundogan as well, by any chance, and Foden?
Oh, I'll check that just quickly.
It will be. We'll go for it. We'll go for it. No one's gonna fact check that. No one's gonna fact check that. Phil, even if it's wrong, don't say it's wrong, mate. Don't say it's wrong.
Gundogan scored 12 and Bamford scored 14. Bamford now has 7 assists and Gundogan, I don't know how many assists.
Joe, what are you saying?
It's more.
I think 7 today for Bamford. Just standard, weren't it? Obviously, he was hooked after the red card, but like you say, it was another key assist, and the fact that he's up there second to Kane, probably in terms of numbers, it's still a shambles that he's not in the England setup. But another season and he'll be there. He's been just what a stalwart. But 7 today.
Okay. Chris, what are you saying, Bamford?
I'm with Phil. I've given him an 8. I thought his link-up play early in the game was pretty good. He was letting Tyler lead the press, and Paddy was dropping in and sitting almost alongside KP at times. His work rate's phenomenal. It always is. I thought his assist anywhere but there, exactly where he puts it, Stewie's struggling to hit that first time because it's quite a short gap between the passer and the shooter. So he put it on a plate for him, and Stewie did the rest as he does. I've gone 8. I was the same as you, Phil. I was like, oh, that's not the right decision for me, pulling Bamford off. Proven completely wrong. I once again bow down at the feet of God himself, Mr. Bielsa. But yeah, he's quality, and I hope he goes and sticks another 4 or 5 in before the end of the season now, just to really get his numbers up. Just to do that to Southgate, to be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, okay, so we've got 2 7s, 2 8s. The YouTube poll is actually 75% have gone 7, 25% have gone 8. So myself and Joe, the man of the people, as we say, the man of the people. So 7 out of 10. For Patrick Bamford, and it looks like I'm getting a target now of the comments getting absolutely what's his names, but I can confirm that isn't true. That isn't true, but I don't think it is anyway. But anyway, look, let's move on quickly. Let's quickly move on. Right, so let's go on to first substitution. Pascal Struijk, who I thought was absolutely superb. Absolutely superb, to be fair. 9 for me. I'm going to have to go as high as it did for Llorente. He came on in an even more difficult situation. He came on against 10 men. We had to change the system up a little bit. He was absolutely sound, was Pascal Struijk. So, Phil, what are you saying on Pascal Struijk?
I put 8.5, but I'm happy to step up to 9 just so that I can conform. I do think that when he came on, I thought they were all second half. It's that defensive unit as a whole, as a collective, is a 10. They were fantastic. I don't even know what formation we were playing half the time. We had like 6 defenders on at the same time for most of it, so it could have easily been a 6-4. Like who knows what it was, but the organisation between the group as a whole. And I'm not saying Struijk personally is responsible for that. Obviously, there is other people that I think would be more inclined to be the leaders there, but he was heading balls away. He was winning tackles. He was blocking shots. And the same can be said for all the defenders on the pitch after Cooper got sent off. They were fantastic together. So give them whatever numbers you want, guys. They all deserve the same, to be fair.
Okay. Joe, what are you saying on Pascal? Virgil van Struijk.
I just think coming in, both Koch and him, both coming into that kind of game, being up to speed as quick as they were, and to not concede, another after that when we had, and just solid all round. I'm going to go 8s, mate.
Okay. Chris?
I went 9 for Pascal because I thought he was an absolute rock when he came on. Like you say, it's a difficult situation and time to come on for a young defender. Get yourself at centre-back, lad. It's only Man City. Don't worry about it. And we saw very little of them. They didn't have that many clear-cut opportunities.
No.
And
they were shooting from distance, weren't they?
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah. And do you know what? A few weeks ago, we were like, God, we're light at centre-back with all the injuries. Now we've got 4 good, very good Premier League centre-backs. And yes, for the haters, I will include Coops in that because he is up there. He's a Premier League centre-back. He's a Premier League captain. We've got 4 very good centre-backs and Pascal's one of them. And I think you're right what you said earlier, Oscar. Potentially he's the one with the highest ceiling. This kid could go all the way. The way. 9.
Okay, so that's 3 9s. Did you go 9, Phil?
I went
2 9s, 2 8s.
Yeah. I went 8.
2 9s, 2 8s. Okay, I'll keep that in my head. On the YouTube poll, 50% have gone 9, 30% have gone 8. So once again, myself and Chris. Men of the people. There you go. Pascal Struijk, 9 out of 10. And last but not least, by far not least, Robin Koch, who all of a sudden has got a real fight to get in this team. He's got a serious battle to get in this team. It'll be interesting. Before, obviously, give us a number, Phil, that you were thinking of Robin Koch. But I'm also going to ask you a question. Liam Cooper suspended the next game.
Yeah.
Who starts alongside Llorente?
Struijk
or Koch?
Struijk.
Okay, because he's left-sided.
Well, yeah, right side and left side. But even still, I'd probably still go Struijk anyway. Maybe that's only because Struijk's played more in the last few months and he's been more involved and Koch's still getting warmed back in.
He's warming up.
He's getting eased back in there, isn't he? So, Struijk for me starts next
I've heard the rumour. He's always growing in stature as well as Robin.
Yeah. I need to stop you all here and just say, like, I've started a new job over the last couple of weeks. You know, Goals, the 5-a-side place. That, you know, you get excellent team names down there anyway, don't you? Put a TH in front of Robin Koch, and that is the best team name I've seen all season. And it was a youth league. They were all under 16, these kids, and they've called their team that. And I was just like, go on in, lads. There you go. Good, have a good game, fellas. Anyway, back onto the subject. Yeah, Robin Koch. I gave him an 8 because he wasn't on the pitch as long as Struijk, so he didn't have the same impact for me. But like I said before, that defensive lineup as a whole in the second half deserves a 10 out of 10. It was fantastic.
Is it fair to say, Chris, that Man City can consider themselves cock blocks to this this afternoon?
Beautiful. I love that. I'm loving that. I'm here for the cock block comments. Do you know what, mate? I've given him an 8 as well as a score for the exact same reason that Phil has. He wasn't on the pitch as long. But everything he did, he came in, he dropped in as a third centre-back at times. He's doing back flick passes to Alioski after throwing in what was an unbelievable tackle, by the way. I can't remember who it was. Might have been Gundogan just making his way onto the edge of the D, and he clears the ball out from underneath him, then does a back flick pass. He's quality. The fact that we've got Robin Koch fighting for a place in this team is only a positive thing. It's, unreal. I love him. I'm a big fan of Robin Koch as well, and I think he's another one with a very high ceiling. But yeah, 8 for me today, mate. I thought it was brilliant.
It's amazing, though, as Chris says there, Joe, that we're talking about a German international who might not start another game for Leeds this season because Llorente, Struijk, Cooper are playing so well in his absence.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's immense, isn't it? That's why I keep saying, we won't have to worry about them centre backs for a good few windows, which makes me happy as a Leeds United fan. We can strengthen elsewhere where it's needed. In terms, I've gone for the same as Struijk, just in terms of rating, mate. I've gone for an 8 with Cock.
I've gone 8 as well. So I think
Nice
we
to
all
see him
agree
back
on that. An
regular.
8, a solid 8. Let's go to. I wasn't even trying to do it then. I just said solid 8, and I just realised solid 8 for. I wasn't even trying that time. 79% have gone 8 for Robin Koch. So yeah, we can agree on an 8 out of 10, and that does conclude the player ratings.
We're not doing Shackleton on now.
Yep, but he ran on the pitch. 10. He ran on the pitch.
10, yeah.
Mate.
We've got to. We've
Man
got
at
to give Bielsa a 10 today, haven't we?
Yeah,
11.
yeah.
11 out of 10.
11.
He gets.
Yeah, 11.
It was
I
just.
think we've.
Go on,
Joe.
No, go on, mate. You're right.
I think as much as obviously we've won the game, I also do want to, for any City fans that might be watching, I doubt you are, I do also want to say from our point of view, I was, up until that red card, I was really fascinated watching that game. You've got a fantastic manager, fantastic players. I thought for Fernandinho, for the vast majority of that game, he controlled that game. I know he's 35, but what a player. And
I think Stones was brilliant as well.
Yeah, they all were.
Bernardo Silva was.
And that's what makes it all the more sweet for what we've done today. Congratulations to Man City. You're going to win the league. You're probably going to win at least 2 or 3 trophies. You're a fantastic team. And thank you for giving us this moment. We've got 4 points off you this season, and we can now say we're the best team in Europe as well. So that's nice.
Quick one. As we're racing Villa for a place in Europe, Liverpool have just gone 2-1 up.
Oh, really? I'm behind you then. It's because I had it paused, didn't I? Oh, what a goal from Trent!
Yeah,
what a goal from Trent!
There we go. We might be finishing in that top 10.
We're all going
top 10 Europe, man.
All right, Joe. All right. I was only stating the facts. I was just saying this weekend. That's what I said. This weekend.
Telling you, all Leeds TV on a European tour next season.
Oh no! Imagine that. Imagine that.
You'll be presenting live from Rome or somewhere, Oscar.
Nah, we'll be in Europa Conference. It might be Luxembourg or something.
Right, yeah. Liechtenstein or something like that. Fucking hellhole, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Although,
I'm just picturing us getting I don't know, the new Saints in Wales or something like that.
Yeah,
it's gonna be something not a very sexy game. It's not going to be. But anyway, we're going to leave it there. Make sure you check out all our other post-match content, all our other content as well, and we'll have something up for you tomorrow as well. Myself and Phil, another transfer show we're talking about doing. I think we will get out tomorrow night at some point. We'll have another quiz at some point in the next couple of days. Check out the Leeds Lasses, Monday Night Football, every single day, all Leeds TV. Get on it, guys. Big thanks to Chris and Phil. And Joe, what's Joe doing there?
Sorry, another shameless plug. Guys, there's 447 people watching this. The Just Joe Football Show is about 100 people off 1,000 subscribers. So if you could do me a solid and just go search Just Joe Football Show and subscribe to my channel, that would be greatly appreciated so I can get to 1K. I'll be doing watch-alongs tomorrow of the Premier League games. I'm going to go have a rest now because I'm tired. It's been an amazing day.
Go to 1K. Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
so please do subscribe to that as well, man. Yeah.
I don't get that. I don't get why.
No, I was like, let me speak. I don't know what that was. Let me speak. But yeah, please go subscribe, man. It'll help me out massively.
Anyway, we'll leave it there, guys. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you later.
Thank you.
See you later, guys.